1968, without accounting for the effect of the Civil War, would be hopeless. People are deeply frightened by the coronavirus. Many Americans are closer to panic than at any time in their lifetimes. The threat from the virus is both general and personal. It can wreck the country, and it can kill me and my family. The scale of the threat worldwide is confusing and unnerving. The breadth of the Chinese and Russian intervention in Europe and elsewhere is an enormous threat and challenge. In this environment, every level of government, federal, state, and local, is going to acquire vast power comparable to that of an all-out war. If sheriffs want to close gun stores and keep open marijuana stores, they will. If governors want to outlaw church services with more than 10 people attending, they will. If Twitter wants to redefine free speech to be only that which is acceptable to the public health experts, it can. There was also a brief blame minimization period, but as the crisis continued, a lot of fingers started pointing. The failure of the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, with testing cost us 3 weeks of effort and made it impossible to go to a Korea, Taiwan, Singapore style of massive testing and isolating only the people who have the virus. In the absence of thorough testing, it is also impossible to discern the real mortality rate. It would probably be much lower than people think. But the full number of infected people cannot currently be tabulated. With widespread testing, those who have shown no symptoms or have had such minor symptoms they never paid attention to it would surface. The increased number of cases would lower the death rate dramatically. That would lower the sense of fear. There will also be a hard look at how badly the Chinese dictatorship handled the virus and how much blame they must bear for it spreading around the world. A lot of people died because the Chinese dictatorship tried to hide the virus and pretend it was not a problem. As we live through several months of turmoil, our thinking about ourselves and our families, communities, government, and country will evolve and shift as different events occur and as we talk with each other about what is happening and what we are experiencing. With all this happening, we have to develop an in-depth approach to a dialogue with the American people to get some sense of how different people are reacting. Americans will have gone through 4 extraordinary changes in just a few months. 1, they will have been frightened individually and collectively by a pandemic that stressed both the public health system and the medical delivery system. 2, they will have lived through enormous government intervention in their lives and their jobs, with an outpouring of money on a scale we have never seen in such a short time, and with a premium on understanding how to get money out of bureaucracies. 3, they will have experienced the largest growth in government power in American history. With the exception of rare localized impositions of martial law, there has never been this kind of expression of government power, capable of telling you to stay home, fining you for being on the streets, and exercising decisive power to define if you can have any kind of gathering of any number. These impositions of government power will have been experienced by virtually everyone. 4, every individual will have to think through how these 3 experiences change their understanding of life, American history, and core values, and then create a new sense of the future built around a changed America. Understanding these changes requires thinking of and interacting with a wide variety of Americans across all ages, ethnic backgrounds, income levels, educational experience, and so forth. Each will have a different story to tell. What does it mean to the student and his family to have been sent home from school? What does it mean to have worked from home for weeks at a time? Do you miss the office and your friends, or do you like the convenience of not commuting? Did the government checks work? Do you want to get back to work, or do you want politicians to send you more money? Has your local government been helpful in surviving the pandemic, or has it been incompetent or overly intrusive? Are you more